Hello, folks. Welcome back. I'm the one, the only, a Hobo Tom, and we are days away from a Daytona Beach Bum Fight League special, the Havoc of Halloween. Not to confuse that with Halloween Havoc, which took place tonight, but I think they reintroduced Poppy. I don't know. I have boring workshops to sit through tomorrow, so I might zone out for a little bit. I might be there in body and face, but overall, I'm going to be doing my work and watching wrestling videos. I'm not going to lie. But on that point of wrestling stuff, I have some shout outs to give. Oh, wait. I can't give out any more shout outs. Isaiah Lowe! You, sir, are headed straight to the Daytona Beach Bum Fight League, where you're going to take on that traitorous, that dastardly, that yes you can, no you can't, Nolo King. For loser leaves Daytona Beach Bum Fight Wrestling for good. Because one of those characters will be in a deleted match. Yes. Sir, who else is there? Oh, Isaiah Cash. Isaiah got cash. I'm still making YouTube videos. You jackass. Let's see here. I am Nitro. Yep, I was making a bunch of probably rude statements about the posterior or lack thereof certain women in Impact Wrestling. You, sir, you won twice because you got that 6 count. Zatch Bell. Yep, that's right. If anyone can properly critique a woman's posterior, it's the one and only Hobo Tom. For I have seen it all living here in Daytona Beach. Just to let you know, sir, Jordan has back.
my God, Becky, look at her butt.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
And Dusty Muffler. It's always good to have a Dusty sandwich. Speak about Dusty old mufflers, because I'm the American dream. Dusty Rhodes, a man of the people. So Dusty Muffler, just like me, or something I never really learned how to do. You're a master, sir, of the air guitar. And with all the thank yous being sent out, yes, it's time to start the show. Again, rest of this week. Tomorrow I have off. Oh, glorious day off from wrestling because last week was really busy. Friday's gonna be again Friday SmackDown. On Halloween, look for that video right away. It's gonna be the Havoc of Halloween. I don't know who's gonna host it. I'll figure it out then. Who knows? Yeah, I have no idea. It could be Broken Tom. To make sure I say that very carefully. Sometimes he shows up here. I don't know. I don't know what it is in Daytona Beach, Florida that makes everyone go crazy. Thank God you don't drink the water. I only have the cheap soda here. And beer, and wine, and booze, and other fine adult beverages. Could be the Techno Blue Ranger. Who knows? He always shows up. Dr. Tom should be banned after his terrible predictions. And then, I don't know. He just likes to show up for my tequila. For some reason, Hijo del Hobo El Vagabundo likes to stop on by too. But I have no idea who's going to host that show. That'll be figured out. Probably without my consent either. Someone just like randomly take over the Hobo office here. Again, door of wrestling. So let's talk about some AEW. Eventually, one of these days, I'm going to get to their show again. I might say, hey, you want to go see a wrestling show in the Hobo section? And I'll buy tickets and go up there because it's Wednesday. Thursdays I can always take long naps. So I'm good with that. So we start off this week's show with Paige Hangman. For Hangman Adam Page. Wow, wow, wow. And Wardlow. This was a fun enough match. Fairly quick. It seemed quicker than it was because I think when I looked down, I think it took like a good 15 minutes. Again, that's about the right time for a non-pay-per-view match. That's like TV matches should not go past 15 minutes. So this made it just right. Again, there's no way you should ever have Cody Rhodes going for half an hour long and put everyone to sleep. It just seems to go forever. That's my one main critique about Cody Rhodes is that he makes stars out of everyone who doesn't necessarily nor should be a star. Page versus Wardlow was pretty good. Page, the hanging arm breaker, that was fun to see. Beats that. Wardlow misses a big senton. Again, a little back and forth. They know how to wrestle. They can exchange blows. Wardlow is big enough where he can no sell or he can sell appropriately. Page is the same way. That big lariat by Page, and they start to trade blows. And Page hits that moonsault on the outside the ring. I still think that's a pretty good looking moonsault. He's learned to use his feet to brace himself, but not necessarily land on his feet, which is good to see because he is developing as a wrestler. Again, there's that old thing, old saying, yeah, youth can take you so far, but eventually you do need that experience, and that's what Adam Page is getting. He probably got a bunch of it when he was in the Bullet Club for life. I guess I can't make those references anymore because Bullet Club's kind of on the snide there over New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Wardlow hits the F10, but Page rolls out of the ring. Smart wrestler. Page hits a super fallaway slam from the top rope. That looked utterly amazing, especially for Wardlow. It took two buckshot lariats. Again, Wardlow's a bigger guy, much more physical guy. Makes sense. Hangman and Page wins. Again, it's predictable though. You know it's going to be Page versus Kenny Omega at Full Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. So again, it was a cheeseburger match. Then there was a Jon Moxley promo. He's in an I Quit match against Eddie Kingston, also for Liquid Gear Solid. That's a good name. I'll call it that. AEW Liquid Gear Full Solid. I'll have to write that down. Then Eddie Kingston comes out, cuts a promo. Matt Sydal steps up to the challenge. At least Matt Sydal didn't do anything stupid this time. Because last time he had like some terrible moonsault attempt. Looks like I pulled off a moonsault. Listen, I can pull off a better moonsault than Matt Sydal did last time. Hopefully it's just that one mistake. It was a very technical start, and I appreciate technical matches. And I'll get into technical matches. There's one, I might even bump it up because it's going to say where it is. I'll get to that later though. Get another critique about AEW. Again, Tranquilo. So Sydal, he did a cradle roll, that's good. A spin kick. Then a basement drop kick when Eddie Kingston's in the corner, taking to Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston, he kind of has a more brawlerish, again, he's from CZW, he has a more brawlerish technique, taking it to Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal, he did the top rope meteor, which looked absolutely amazing. He started around a little bit too much. Eddie Kingston caught him into that bulldog choke. I don't know if it's a bulldog, if it's really a bulldog choke. It looks more like the Captain's Hook. But yeah, he caught him in that choke. Eddie Kingston wins. He looks strong going into his match, or the go-home show at least. So, you know what? That was a good match. Matt Sydal's very technical, and this time he stayed more towards the ground, and when he did fly, it made sense and it looked better. So yeah, this was a cheeseburger match. Then we have FTR and the Young Bucks, split screen interview. Yeah, nothing much. Young Bucks, yeah, this is who the Young Bucks always were. Remember, they're the ones that brought the thumbtacks against Candice LeRae. They're the ones that made Candice LeRae wear the crimson mask. Well, Candice LeRae looked kind of cute in that crimson mask. Oh, that's freaky by me. But yeah, she did. They wanted to use thumbtacks. Joey Ryan brought out gummy bears. They still put Candice LeRae on top of said thumbtacks. So yeah, it's Young Bucks. The FTR's like, you know what, Excalibur, screw you, buddy. You're here to talk about the Young Bucks. If you're not going to ask us questions, we're out of here. Bravo, FTR. Bravo. Not putting up with any of that nonsense stuff. Oh, I have to shave. That's my tooth. Then the Inner Circle Town Hall meeting. It was MJF. It was kind of interesting. Luchasaurus had a really good, smart question. I do like that. Rebel is just hot. She was like nerdy hot because she's like drooling over the fact that she gets to ask Chris Jericho a question. That's a good look for Rebel. Whatever. Eric Bischoff shows up. Bravo, Eric Bischoff. Bravo. Does really good. And that was kind of entertaining. Then there was a Taz promo. Kind of your basic Taz promo with Brian Cage and Sparks. Again, this was a good match. It was just an overbooked stuff. We had Orange Cassidy versus Cody Rhodes for the rematch, and this time it's a lumberjack match. So in any lumberjack match, eventually the lumberjacks will fight and actually sets up next week's show. It starts fast paced, which is good. They're each trying to pin each other. They're each trying to get the quick win, which is pretty good to see. Cody tried for the crossroads and didn't get that. Orange Cassidy went for the orange punch. Cody dodged that. Good fast start, and then it kind of slowed down. Orange Cassidy does a headlock takedown to the arm drag. Cody reverses that into his own arm drag. Then he hits that vertical delayed reverse suplex. Indeed. I like that. It's something different, at least. It's not the same move over and over again. I thought, another vertical suplex. Oh, you switched it up a little bit. I do appreciate that. Again, Cody Rhodes hit the dusty. He hit the dusty elbow, baby. That's good to see. I'm sure Dusty Rhodes is smiling from above. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll put that in at the end. Shoot, I forgot almost all about that. Maybe I'll put in. Yeah, I'll just put it in at the end. That's okay. I can always do some video edits. Then let's see here. Then there was a hug it out moment on the outside with Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. Getting back into the ring, Cody hits a dragon screw leg whip in the ropes on Orange Cassidy. Then Trent hit a cheap shot on Cody Rhodes. Kind of good countering, good counter wrestling for a while. And then Orange Cassidy is like the laziest looking, I'm going to miss the splash. And that really kind of took away from it. Cody, the double axe handle off the top rope again, very classic. Then all of a sudden they go to the outside, and you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a brawl on the outside. And yeah, I have to figure that song out. That's okay. From there, yeah, the Lumberjacks just start to fight each other. Cody hits the OMG suplex. If you ever played WWE games, the OMG moment in the corner, and you suplex your opponent outside the ring. This time he did it when and everyone got to catch Orange Cassidy. So that was probably the safest OMG superplex outside the ring you will ever see. I know Twisted Pixie does one onto flaming tables. That's her kind of high spot. It's Twisted Pixie. Then, oh yeah, she got a haircut too. She looks sexy. Hot. Then, let's see here. Back in the ring, Orange Cassidy hits that Beach Blaze. Cody kicks out because he's too sweet. The Dark Order go in the ring. Silver starts to interfere. Nails Orange Cassidy. Cody wins after Orange Cassidy gets nailed by John Silver. That was fun. John Silver's, at least he's becoming his own entity in the Dark Order. He's just not a follower. He's now that like crazy chipmunk that eats coffee grinds guy. Like, again, too much Mountain Dew for John Silver before matches. Although for a while in Jacksonville they did have Jolt Soda though. Indeed. And I can't believe 7-Eleven made the price of Cosmic Brownies too. They suck. 7-Eleven's no bueno nowadays. Too expensive. I remember when 7-Eleven was cheap. Now it's not. But then there's a big brawl in the ring. The Gun Club stand tall. You just see Darby Allin looking down from the Hobo section. It was a fun enough match. It was good. Again, that really lazy, I know I'm not going to hit this splash. And of course the Lumberjacks. They always jaw at each other. Yeah, it was good. It was a cheeseburger match. I was entertained. And I'll tell you what, this was the match of the night. Not necessarily a surf and turf match, but I'll tell you what, this should be that step. This should be that step above a cheeseburger. This should be a bacon cheeseburger. And it was Serena Deeb, the NWA Women's Champion. She defeated Thunder Rosa somewhere. I think Thunder Rosa might be off at WWE or NXT. Or Thunder Rosa could actually be going. Actually, that would make sense. Wait, that would make sense. Thunder Rosa to Impact Wrestling and be part of the women's tag belt. That almost makes sense. So yeah, Thunder Rosa drops the belt to Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb's excellent though. She was singing on The Real Deal, Layla Hirsch. When they said Layla Hirsch came from New Jersey, part of me went, if no, because that would mean she'd have to be no, it's not her. I was gonna say there was when back in high school when I was wrestling, we would have a wrestling camp, and there was the one girl wrestler who wrestled for Lawrenceville Prep, and I think she was like 4 or 5 years younger than me. So that means she'd be in her late 30s. This woman was definitely not in her late. I don't think she was in her late 30s. Yeah, I don't think she was in her late 30s. I'll look it up. I'll do some research later. In fact, I'll do some research now when I talk about this match. But, well, the one ironic thing about this entire match, and you can agree with me, or you can hate me, or you can say that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The AEW women's division, when oh wow, she actually does have her own thing. Pro Wrestling News, Pro Wrestling Hub. Let's see, Hirsch has been around the world. Oh, maybe it's not her. She is cute though. Let's see here. No, I don't see No, I'm gonna go wiki. Yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, the funny thing is when AEW has the best women's matches, they're actually not with AEW women. AEW birthday, no, I can't be that. That can't be her birthday. That's wrong. She wasn't born in 2020. That's this year. Stupid people. Wiki Wrestling. Let's see. But yeah, when AEW's women's matches have good wrestling, it's very rarely done by AEW women. Hillsborough Township, New Jersey. Because this would have been. Ooh, she does have that though. CZW Academy, legit. No, Hillsborough Township. I lived in Lawrence Township. So yeah, that's not it. Although let's see here. I'm so freaking bored. But yeah, oh, she went to Hillsborough High School. No, the one I'm thinking of. Okay. It's my day off. Smiley face emoji. Yeah, she went to Hillsborough High School. It wasn't her, because the one I know went to Lawrenceville Prep, and that's in a whole different county anyway. So again, it's always good to look up stuff. Again, it's not to say that she looks familiar, but still, again, it's rare. She has a Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. CZW. Why was Phil Skinner right there? Yeah, that's okay. I'm babbling on about stuff though. Making time go by slower. Let's see. This was actually a really good match. Again, AEW's women's division, when they don't have AEW women wrestling, it's really good for some reason, which is a bad thing. Stiff collar and elbow tie up. They kind of push against each other. That's good. Hirsch, again, the reason why she has collegiate wrestling skills. She knows how to do the front face lock. She knows back spinning. Various she almost did like a Granby roll. Like got into nearly a switch position, standing switch. It's good. I'll tell you what. I truly enjoy that collegiate wrestling style more than anything else, besides like lucha style. It's fun. It's good. Again, it reminds me of when I used to be a wrestler way back in the day. But yeah, that was good though. Again, the writing is good. Hirsch, and you can tell she has some collegiate background, but she's too young against almost that. She was -4, even that 3-9. Those are times that's still the wrong area, even if she did move. She was a freshman when I was a senior. So yeah, I don't know. The math's kind of wonky there, but I've seen wonkier math, like the 37-year-old with a 22-year-old son. Whoa, which is a whole other story. One day I might pass it on to my YouTube fans. Then let's see here. So Hirsch again, a deep with a hanging neck breaker that looked great. Hirsch knows the Meteor, kind of really good basic wrestling moves. Again, the Meteora, then the Wrecking Ball drop kick in the corner. Hirsch hit the Juju Gatami. That's awesome to see. Then another arm breaker working. It's definitely working over the arm of Zarina Deep. Zarina Deep hit that straight jacket neck breaker, which just looks vicious. So you can't brace yourself because both hands are literally around your neck. Although Layla Hirsch, she had a good moonsault. She missed it though. Zarina Deep did that stretch submission. I'll tell you what, this was a good match. And again, AEW women have good matches when you don't involve AEW women. That was a good solid cheeseburger match. And then we had Sean Spears taking on VSK. VSK literally looks like a poor man's. What do I call him? Poor man's Robert Roode. So yeah, for the most part, this was a squash. Oh wow, it's actually true. But yeah, this was just a squash match. Sean Spears hits one move, wins the Death Valley Driver DVD. Then some bull, and I thought it was going to be Peyton Royce or Billy Kay would show up and throw candy on. That actually would have been funny. But no, it was Scorpio Sky dressed up in a black bull costume. And then finally we have our main event. We have Pentagon Jr. because he broke his brother's arm, so his brother couldn't compete. That's not very brotherly. Takes on Kenny Omega. They start off by trading chops. Kenny Omega matches are becoming very systematic and kind of repetitive. I know he's used to having huge matches, but yeah, you don't need to. Pentagon, I can understand it. It was a good match. It wasn't a barn burner. It wasn't a 5-star match. It was a good, solid match. They trade chops. Again, Omega. Again, when Pentagon went to very slowly remove the glove, a little too slow. It was weird. Kenny Omega took the glove, slapped him with the glove, threw it at the ref. The ref threw it out the ring. Pentagon Jr. hit that backstabber, which is good. Then he did the big dive over the top rope. Then, of course, if he did the big dive over the top rope to go to break, when we come back from break, Kenny Omega has to do a big dive over the top rope. It's a good little like give and take for a little bit. Then he's on the outside. He he began to hulk it up and began to warrior it up with the bicycle racks that are holding people back. Bicycle racks. I said it. Pentagon, he does diving crossbody after Kenny does his little show and tell. Good lucha stuff. Again, this could have been like a decent match in AAA. Actually, in AAA, it could probably be a really good match because Kenny Omega still had his AAA Mega Champion belt, which was kind of odd to see. Because I tried to check out because I saw on the news that they're having Triple Mania. I'm like, I'll see this, and I was looking at it, it's like 3 weeks ago, November 10th, Triple Mania. I'm like, what? Like December 10th? I missed that. Wait a second. And then I start looking through the matches. I'm like, they're just replaying last year's stuff. Boo, AAA. Maybe can't be November 10th. That's like a Tuesday. That's weird. But no, I'm so upset I missed Triple Mania. There was no Triple Mania. Stupid coronavirus. Ridiculousness. So yeah. Omega hits 2 Snapdragon suplexes and a power bomb followed by a V trigger. That would be back and forth chain wrestling. Pentagon Jr. uses the weakest headbutt of all, the Mexican headbutt. No one's scared of a Mexican headbutt. Hit the Panama Sunrise onto the ramp. I thought that was going to kind of lead to this end of the match. Kenny Omega no sells the big moves way too often. I understand why the Panama Sunrise onto the ramp wasn't the finisher because they're outside of the ring. I get that. But he hit a Panama Sunrise on the outside of the ramp and then a package pile driver inside the ring. That should be it. Match over. Game over, man. Game freaking over. To quote Hudson. Or Hicks. No, Hudson. Get over here, Hudson. Yeah, that's right. Hudson. Game over, man. Game freaking over. So again, he did the arm breaker. Like, that should just be like legit finisher. Because if you're literally breaking someone's arm, there's no way they can continue. Of course, Kenny Omega he just has to stretch his arm out every so often. But at least, I'll give him that, at least he did the left-handed chops. Eventually, Kenny Omega hit a catch V-trigger. There were so many V-triggers. V-trigger is just another knee. And he did a catch V-trigger onto Pentagon Jr. and the One-Wing Angel. Kenny Omega wins. Meh. To me, it's too much finishers. It's like, it's the one thing when you're a video game, you just hit finisher after finisher after finisher. It's a video game. To some degrees, it's a video game. The video game's at least more realistic because if you hit enough head finishers, the guy will bleed. Except for the women. The women don't bleed, though. And again, that was my one big critique about Hell in a Cell. If you're going to have Sasha and Bayley, or I'll say any woman in a steel cage match, somebody got to produce the juice, baby. They got to be some color. I know, heaven forbid, if I was ever in a steel cage match, I'm like, listen, I have to make this look good. I suck as a wrestler. Run my face against the cage. I'll put a little nick right there. I'll bleed like a stuffed pig for about 30 seconds. It'll be a great visual. Fans will go absolutely bonkers, and that'll be it. It won't hurt because because both those women have big bushy eyebrows like me anyway. A little cut ain't gonna do no damage. Again, don't go all Abdullah the Butcher or like New Jack. That's all you need. Like right there. I'm bleeding all over. But yeah, one of those ladies should have worn the crimson mask. But yeah, so Kenny Omega again wins. Solid enough match, cheeseburger match. And I just found out, and I kind of forgot about this. Tracy Smothers passed away. One of the original Southern boys. Longtime staple in, I want to say NWA, Smoky Mountain. I think it was I think they like toured around. He was so big, he toured around like all over the place. I want to say AWA, WCCW, NWA, Smoky Mountain, all the territories. He probably wrestled the likes of the Freebirds, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express. All those tag teams, he passed away. I was shocked. I didn't know this, but I'll tell you what, let's see here. He was only 58. Listen, that's only like 14 years away from me. It's not good. So again, a little tribute to Tracy Smothers. So we end on a sad note, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys Friday. Bye.